Hey, welcome back everybody. Mark here from Home Slots Fun. So today I thought I would tackle the question about payback percentages. So you've probably heard about this before. You may still be a little bit confused. So I'm going to take a stab at trying to explain it here. So I'm going to do this in two different parts on this video. The first, we're going to talk about what the payback percentage means for you, the player, and what it means for the casino and how it balances out over time. And I'm going to do that by actually jumping into the behind the scenes menus on this machine here, a similar machine that you might find in the casino, to show how those payback percentages are set as well as how it balances out. And then I'll walk through and kind of answer some questions that I've heard before. The second thing is, since I'm a software developer, I figured I would build a simulation on how the random number generator works along with the pay tables to produce a result and stay within the balancing of the machine and that payback percentage. So let's go ahead and jump on into the menus first, and then we'll do the simulation after that, and I hope you guys learn something. Let's get started. So I am playing Megavault right now. This is the last game that I played, and what I'm going to do is enter the attendant menu here, and we're going to go to accounting, and we're going to go to performance and game. So this is going to be a big table here, but I'm going to walk you through what it actually means to you. So the first thing is, here's a list of all the games that I have loaded on the machine. These are the number of the games that have been played, so the number of times the spin button's been pressed, and this is the dollar amount played, dollar amount won, etc. So before we get into the game hold percentage, let's talk about the pay table percentage. So this is the payback percentage. This is what you've heard many times before. And because this is Home Slots Fun and we play for fun here because they're in a home environment, I have everything set to the maximum possible for the individual games. So you see 98.02%, 98.09%, etc. So very high. But what I want to draw your attention to is the game hold percentage. So this is the actual game hold that is currently at its state. So out of the 196 games, this one's actually at 23.81%. Notice it's pretty far off of the 98%, so it's got some catching up to do. Same with this one, it's at 14%, nowhere near the 98%. This one is negative, this one's negative, and this one's negative. So it's actually paid out more than it's played. So those have a ways to go as well to get there, but notice that none of them are close. Now, before I refresh this machine, because you see the days online is only one, I refreshed the machine this morning because I installed some new games on it. It was at 90 days, and these were in the thousands, and still nothing was close to these values. It takes a long time. So in the second part of this video, like I said, we're going to do a simulation. And the important thing to remember from this screen is the pay table percentage, or the payback percentage, corresponds to a certain pay table ID. So basically, if you change this, it's going to change that ID. And I will explain that in the next simulation videos, or at the end of this video, so you can see what that actually means to you and how it changes things. So anyway, that's just an inside look at the game accounting on this particular machine as it's currently loaded in its current state. And let's jump into the simulation so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, hey guys, well, let's take a look at this simulation that I built. Now, I modeled this after a double diamond machine, which is one of the most simplest to understand machines, and so it's a little bit easier to understand what's going on here. But the concepts are the same regardless of which machine that you're playing. So what I want to walk you through here is first the RNG range. So you've heard of RNG before. It stands for random number generator. And this is what the computer is constantly spitting out. So as soon as you hit the spin button on the machine, it's going to pick a number within a certain range. Now in this simulation, I just created one that's 100,000 through 225, 569. And what this means is when I hit the spin button, the computer is going to pick a number within this range. So what does it do with that number? Well, let's look at the payback tables down here. So I have three different examples here. We have a payback of 98%, and this is the pay table for this one. And then the 92%, and this is the pay table for that one, and 86%. So what this means is whenever you generate a spin, whenever you click spin and it generates a random number, whatever number is the result, it's going to look at the pay table that is currently set up on the machine. And that will determine what the win amount is or the loss. And so let's do a couple examples here so I can show you what's going on. So let's do a spin. So I did a spin. The computer picked 167304. As you can see, it's within this range here. And if we go down to the pay table that we programmed the machine at, it's going to fall into this range here. So that was a 0 credit win. And so if we do a couple more spins, there's another loss, another loss, another loss. And as you know, there are more losses than wins on slot machines, and this is a good representation of that. So we had a good credit win here of 40 credits. This is the RNG value that it picked, 109,560. Again, it's within this range. And then it goes down here and it falls within this range here, and so it's a 40 credit win. And then what it does is it says, well, what different possible symbols can equate to 40 credits? And then it picks one of those at random. So in this case, it picked triple bar, triple bar, triple bar. And excuse me for not using graphics. I'm just not a graphics person, but you get what I'm talking about here. So let's switch to, say, another payback percentage, so 86%. All right, so that's a loss, that's a loss, that's a loss. All right, so we have a 2 credit win, which was just a single cherry. So again, this is the RNG value, 125,569, and you go down here and see this. Now, what I want you to see is the difference between these 3 pay tables. If you notice, the number of possible winners in each of the different ranges is increased based on the payback percentage increase. So you can see there's 11 possible numbers for the jackpot here, 10 here, and 9 here. So you can use that to kind of extrapolate what it is that you expect to find on each of the payback percentages. All right, guys, welcome back. Just to finalize everything, so I hope you got some enjoyment out of that and you might have learned something. Maybe it clarified things a little better. I tried to do it visually on the actual machine so you could see it, as well as a little simulation that I built. Now, it was oversimplified. This was just a simple pay table, like a double diamond machine. But I tried to do that on purpose so that you can just keep the concept in your head, because it works the same for most slots that are out there nowadays. And so if you ever had a question about payback percentage and what it actually means with the RNG, I tried to explain it the best that I could. Anytime people ask me about it, I take a big sigh because I know it's going to be tough to explain, and so I tried to do this video to try to ease that suffering. It's a complicated problem, but there is an actual simple answer to it, and so I hope you guys learned something. Again, if you appreciate this type of stuff, give me a thumbs up. I would love a subscription. We have a lot of fun here. We have a contest coming up at 2,000 subscribers, and you have to be subscribed in order to be part of that contest, so I would love to have you there. And we play a lot of machines here. We have a lot of fun. We do a lot of tech stuff, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next video.